Okay, today is April 8th and I decided to take a quick video of Skinner Mulberry. So this is my largest plant. It's still a very small plant. I will show you the graft later. These are the first fruits. They're maybe not completely ripe, but since the birds are around, I decided I need to try it. So this is the size of the fruit. The fruit is very early, April 8th. I usually don't have any other mulberries at this time. So I will try this fruit. It is pretty nice. It's really mulberry. It has a lot of mulberry flavor in it. Not overly sweet. So I will try more. Fruits later, and I will take some weight measurements. But they are large fruits. They are very large fruits. For the comparison, yeah, and let's continue on this tree. So this tree in this small pot, the sign was grafted onto a seedling mulberry. I don't really like this graft, and when I will be planting this tree in ground, I will bury the graft so the sign can make its own roots, because this graft is not really great. For the comparison, this next to it is DMOR9 Himalayan mulberry. The graft is great here. Very nice and smooth junction here, but I still probably will bury it so it also can make its own roots. And for the comparison, I don't have any ripe fruits on DMOR9, so this is the most advanced fruit I have here. It looks like the DMOR9 fruits, they are skinny, and in length, I don't know, maybe a little bit short in length, but definitely skinny. Definitely a little bit significantly later. The leaves are different. So this is the leaf of DMOR9, and this is the leaf of Skinner. I got Skinner mulberry from Josh Jamison. For the comparison, my Pakistani white is just starting. They're not really ready yet, so they're still pretty much green, but they probably need at least a few days more. And this is also grafted tree. So let's move now to the other part where I have both of them grafted onto the same tree. So here I have Skinner. This is a branch of Skinner, and look at these fruits. They are even nowhere to get ripe yet. And this is because this large tree I didn't take inside when we had frost in March. All the smaller pots I took inside into my garage when we had frost. So those early fruits, they very well been protected and they were not been affected by the frost. But Skinner is incredibly early, it's incredibly early mulberry, and everything, all fruits here along this branch, you see this branch had buds and fruits developing, this one, this bud. So basically all this were frosted. So, and I lost all the fruits. So the problem with Skinner in the areas where we can have late frosts is it develops incredibly early. On the other hand, DMOR9 develops a little bit later. And here I have a graft of DMOR9, and you can see that DMOR9 fruits here actually more progressed, because they were affected less by the frost we had in March. So this large tree was not taken in the garage, so it had to experience all the frost. Okay, and just for the comparison where we are with Pakistani, so these are the Pakistani fruits developing now, and they are in the tree. This graft is on the tree in ground. It's actually, yeah, I think it's a base tree. My base tree here is a Pakistan, and it's on ground, so it also was experiencing frost. So they are definitely later than DMOR9, and then Skinner is the first. Okay, that's all for now. Yeah, so maybe another branch. I actually have here another branch of DMOR9, and these fruits are also developing. So they were affected by frost. You can see that ends of the fruits, they're kind of burnt. You see, look, this end, but the fruits continue to develop. So DMOR9 is a little bit better for the areas where we have late frosts than Skinner. It gets burned, but they continue to grow. Skinner gets burned and completely the early fruits die if they experience the frost.